Hello, this is another tutorial. I'm going to explain the basics of symmetrical modeling with polygon surfaces. Okay, let's do a very quick introduction, and I won't get into how the little details that we'll get in the next tutorial for the alien phase. For the symmetry, we first have to create a box. Now I have the box in creation, polygon primitives. I have on-click interactive creation. So whenever I do the box, immediately places a box in the middle with a scale of 1, 1, 1. So it's very convenient to start scaling and working with this, and always in respects to regarding the center axis. So if I press R, we have you see the gizmo right in the center of the piece. So it's very convenient to create sometimes a primitive polygon with, once again, in polygon primitives, not here, because that would be for nerds, in polygon primitives to unclick the interaction creation. So when I create it, it just went to the center immediately, sometimes very convenient. Anyway, now if I scale this, and I can scale it very quick, what I'm going to do is this torso, not that detailed because we don't have the time, but quite quick example of how to do this torso mannequin. First of all, we need to split in the middle, and afterwards we're going to delete one half. So we create an instance of the other half. So whatever we do in this side, it will be affected immediately or automatically by the other side. No. So the first of all, we need to right-click Shift, and I'm going to insert edge loop. But I'm going to the options. Remember that you can also go to Edit Mesh, insert edge loop, and I'm going to the options here. I want to create multiple edge loops, but only one. So if I create it here, it creates one edge loop exactly in the center. Okay, so once again, the shortcut for that, it's in object mode, click the object, shift right click, insert edge loop tool or options here, and we got that. Now I'm going to reestablish it to relative distance, because I'm going to start working afterwards introducing specific ones where I want. So I will change that now and say just close the window. If I press Q and go to object mode, now I can go to faces and basically delete these faces. Let me go to shaded mode by pressing 5, and you see I'm selecting faces and deleting them. Simple as that. So now we have only one half. We can go to object mode, select the object, say now in edit we can create a duplicate special, press the options and say instant world, and in the scale, if you haven't changed, which I recommend not changing the Z value for the eye, I recommend maintaining the default axis in Maya, Y up. It's okay, it's fine. So that means that we put scale -1 here. Check that this is like that, because by default sometimes your Maya has the Y in a different position, so the minus could go either here or here, depending on this axis, or also depending on how you draw the box. Okay, so duplicate special, and it creates this half. Then now if you go to the original and start changing whatever, such as vertex, it will change the instance in the other side as well. Very simple. It will do every change that you do, such as faces, extrusions, or whatever, but it won't, if you're in the object mode and you move the object, it won't recognize that difference. So Control C to go back, and now we start introducing edge loops, and the other one will also introduce symmetrically the edge loop. So if I shift right click, insert edge loop, since we change it, we can locate the edge loops wherever we want. So I'm gonna go back to the torso. I think that we need one here, another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here, pretty much. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can introduce. I recommend using the least as possible. So let's put 6, and if we need more, we can always add, but subtract is very difficult. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's put another one here, and 1 and 1 in the bottom. So as you can see, let's put shading wireframe, and you see now you can see this that it was incorporating the same edge loops at the same time. We now can go to the object, click the object, go to vertex, start changing vertex symmetrically. Press W to move those 4 vertex and put them closer, or selecting, for example, all these ones, and we know that if we scale it only in this direction, we'll be affecting that. So that will be the neck. Another way to work is also with 4 views and getting closer to the point, so you can if you have the picture, which is the next tutorial on this side, and the elevations in the other side, you can just follow these points very carefully by pressing W, selecting the points and following the torso easily. The only details I'm going to talk now, but I won't get into much more, is how to actually extrude like the face and a little bit the legs, and so I will do that in the little next tutorial, and that should be fine. Into how